Hello, everyone. In the St. Louis area, there are many businesses in which you may have never heard of before or even knew existed. Today, I'll be explaining a process of a business called Ford Tool Steels that is a small business in St. Louis. I'm going to help you get a better understanding of a business in which you may have never heard of that makes tool steel. The Ford Tool Steel Company is comprised of what I call a four-step process. One being the salesman, two, the cutoff saws, three, the plate saws, and four being the shipping and receiving. The Ford Tool Steel business is located in St. Louis County in St. Louis. All right, so number one, the salespeople. In the tool steel industry, having salespeople is the most important part, at least in my eyes. They're the ones who keep the company up and running. They each have their own desk, and they're on the phone all day or sending out emails to try and get orders placed that other companies need a specific piece or dimension, and they'll type it up and put it on a paper and set it outside into the shop. According to Graham Hawkins on LinkedIn, he quoted, "I also want to make the point that there's still no other role that is more important in every business than the role of the salesperson." So this goes on to reinforce my statement of the salespeople being one of the most important features of a business. So once the salesman completes the order for the customer, they place it on a ticket. A ticket's placed in one of two boxes. They'll go to the plate saw or the cutoff saws. So number two, the cutoff saws, which is what I do. During the steel process, the cutoff saws are in a tricky position. First, the order comes out. We go over and we receive the order, and we have to look in our racks to see if we have that specific dimension. So say it's a 1x4x6. So we'd go and see if there's a 1x4, and if there's more than 6 inches on that piece, we'll pull it out, cut off what we need, and put the rest back. So the cutoff saws consist of 3 hem saws, which they just come straight down and they cut pieces at 90-degree angles. One Amada saw, which is a nicer one of those that is automatic, and one of those hem saws are automatic, so you can put 400-piece orders on that and it'll constantly keep cutting until it runs out of material, and then you put more material in. So the fully automatic Amada, what I run, you have to type in the dimensions, and then basically it does the rest. It'll pre-measure everything. You got to double check, make sure the measurements are right, and then once it is, you hit cut and it starts cutting. There's different types of steel, like different grades. Like I'll just list a couple: A2, D2, S7 brake die. Those are 4 of many, but they need to be cut at different speeds because their thicknesses or their toughness is different. So you just adjust it per piece. And the Ford tool policy is that each piece that we cut must be at least a 1/16 to 3/16 over the required width and lengths purchased for the customer. And then one company that makes these hem saws, they're called Sidewinder saws, is C4 Industrial. The ones that we have are much older than the newer, nicer ones that are being built and sold every day. But the features on these machines are an easy view console, so it's right there in front of you. Adjustable main and feed vise, so how fast and how slow they come down. A hold down fixture, so clamping the piece together. Adjustable feed rate and cut pressure for the grade, and then manual blade tension and built-in flood cool system to keep the blades from busting. And then if there's not a correct piece, like 1x4, we would put the order into the plate saws box and send it over to them. So the cutoff saws are the finished product, but most of the time the plate saws have to be used to get the right piece cut. So the plate saws have some of the more crucial machines at the shop. These are much bigger and can cut much bigger pieces. They can cut down 8-inch thick by 144 inches long, precisely down to a 32nd of an inch. So these are very accurate machines. And these pieces, once they cut, they have a burr on them that you have to deburr, and it's pretty simple after that. Then you just ship it off. So when the order is completed, it is sent to the shipping and receiving guy, which has to do his part. He just boxes it up, makes sure the right pieces are there, checks the dimensions. He sometimes makes his own boxes. It's pretty cool. But then he'll order, or he'll make an appointment for a pickup guy, and he'll have to load it onto the trailer himself with the forklift. So today I briefly described the 4-step process in the Ford Tool Steel in St. Louis County. During the 4-step process, we talked about the salespeople having to create the order, the plate and cutoff saws to cut the pieces, and the shipping and receiving to send it. Thank you.